Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, I want a clean fight. Yo quiero una pelea limpia. Dios los bendiga. Toquen guantes. Touch up. God bless.
Gamboa is called the Cyclone of Guantanamo. See if he can take Darling Jimenez and the boxing world in this country by storm.
Gamboa told us that the people of Guantanamo are fiery people, passionate and aggressive. That's what I bring into the ring. He starts out with a left hand in aggressive fashion. You look at Jimenez, mentioned he's coming off over a year layoff. He's only had one fight since August of '06. And Gamboa digging in with the hand speed to start.
You can see the Meldrick Taylor comparison, Lennox, that you made earlier, but Gamboa is a better puncher than Meldrick Taylor was.
You're looking at two boxers with extensive amateur careers, so you know this is a great technical fight, great technical matchup of boxers.
I had a chance to be at ringside in Athens for each of Gamboa's fights, and every time you came into the ring, there was a buzz, and you just said to yourself, man, this guy doesn't fight like your typical amateur.
He's showing Jimenez respect here, circling on the perimeter more than he normally does. Normally he makes a beeline to his opponent.
Get him up, get him up.
Doubles up with the left hand, does Gamboa.
Break!
Exchange lefts. Gamboa with a right hand that snuck in.
And yet you see Jimenez able to hit him a couple times because his hands are down by his waist.
I was going to say that his hands are down when he's making that attack, and that's a vital mistake he's making because he leaves himself open. And he also helps the other guy to help with the power of his shots when he goes in.
You can see why he does keep his hands down, because he's so fast, he's able to get his punches off first anyway, but he's vulnerable to counter punches when he comes in that way, Gamboa is.
Has to wind up with that left. Jimenez dips under it. Here's the head movement from Gamboa, able to get away from some danger and then fire a combination.
This is a sensational athlete, Gamboa.
Touches Jimenez from the body, combination up to the head. Doubles up the right hand.
I mean, to be able to stand in front of a fighter as good as Jimenez with his hands down like that, as dangerous as it is, it's impressive.
Yeah, Jimenez got caught.
He wants him to throw punches. That's why he's got his hands down and standing in front of his face.
If you throw one, I'm going to throw six. End of one.
Vamos, siéntate, siéntate.
Breathe, breathe.
Estás trabajando bien.
You're working very well.
Estás trabajando bien.
You're working real nice, intelligently. And now you got to work for him. More with the left. More with the left. Left, the fighting range. Measure him. And then go to the body. Go to the body. Work the body.
El tipo se está habilitando. No me cambie.
Velocidad con el jab. Tranquilo. Tranquilo.
Relax, relax, breathe. We're doing good.
Here's Jimenez landing a great left hook as Gamboa is coming in, but you know, Gamboa didn't even feel that.
Go, coach. Go, coach. Go.
See a little swelling under the left eye of Jimenez as we begin round number 2.
Jimenez is a sharp puncher, but he's not a real strong puncher. And Gamboa can be hit like that against Jimenez. Against a better puncher, that could be disastrous.
Isn't that some of the polish that will come along with his professional career, that as he gets up in class, he'll have to polish some of the raw ability, Lennox?
Yeah, I mean, this is a professional experience. You know, as an amateur, you may be the best in the world, but as a professional, you're relearning. You're learning different things. The pace is a lot slower, different scoring aspects of the fight. So he's off to a great start anyway.
Should Jimenez be using a jab at least to kind of keep Gamboa away? He was only, according to CompuBox, 1 for 10 in the first round with the jab.
You know, and he's got a good jab. I'm surprised that he's not using it right now. Right now, he's more concerned about Gamboa throwing punches at him, and he's dealing with a defensive situation when he should be throwing that jab out there. I think he's afraid to throw it right now because he's not catching him. So he's looking at punches that where he can catch Gamboa, and right now he's electing to throw a double left hook and trying to, you know, feed him to the left side and catch him with that left hook. Gamboa is not an easy opponent to hit. Great leg movement. And that's another reason he can keep his hands down, because his legs take him in and out of danger because he's got such a great in and out movement pattern, and that comes really from the amateur.
Funny, you asked him yesterday about some of the things that he learned while he was in Cuba at La Finca, which is the boxing camp for the elite boxers. He said some secrets stay.
Yeah, well, I think there was a snake in there. Something about a poisonous snake, which he has to catch.
You know, but we saw not that many years ago Nassim Hamed, who was not as accomplished an amateur, obviously, as Gamboa, but a featherweight with real talent. And when he stepped up against world-class fighters, though he continued to be successful for a while, guys like Kevin Kelly gave him more than he wanted. And, you know, Darling Jimenez is not Kevin Kelly. He's not bad. He's not quite a Kevin Kelly level fighter. The question's going to be, not that this contest is decided yet, but when Gamboa steps up one level past this, can he get away with some of this stuff?
Well, sometimes guys usually drop their hands when they feel comfortable with the opponent that they're boxing with. For other opponents, you realize there's the higher risk out there, so you keep your hands up. So, you know, obviously he doesn't feel there's that much risk in this fight, so his hands are a bit down.
And that's saying something, because Jimenez is world class.
Got it.
Okay.
Relax. Relax, relax. Relax, open your mouth.
Abre la lengua.
Open your mouth. Stick your tongue out.
Atiéndeme. Estás haciendo un buen trabajo.
You're doing a real good job. A real good job, but you're bringing your hand down. You're bringing your hands down and you're letting him get in. Don't let him think. Don't let him hang. You gotta pop him.
No lo dejes respirar.
Don't let him breathe.
Concéntrate en tu trabajo nada más.
Focus on your work now. Focus on your work and set your hands. Hands. Pop to the sides.
Mételo a la derecha abajo.
Get your right into the body.
Speaking of Kevin Kelly, you ask, you shall receive, Max. Kevin checking out the fight tonight.
He never received that rematch with Hamed, by the way.
See some bruising above the left eye and below the left eye of Jimenez.
And you usually get bruising the fact that he hasn't been in the ring for over a year, so his face is softened up a bit. Now he needs to get his face a bit more harder, so when he gets popped in the face, he doesn't show those bruises so quickly.
You heard the corner of Gamboa say, you know, you're putting your hands in, you're letting him sort of stay in the fight. Really seize control of it.
Get him up, punches up.
What his trainer's doing is really getting him back in focus in this fight and not making him relax and play too much. And, you know, there's still a lot of work to do out there, and there's a dangerous guy in front of you, so let's get serious and stay focused.
Meanwhile, we're seeing the difference between a special kind of an athlete and a solid but more ordinary kind of an athlete. And in order for Jimenez to overcome the physical differences, he's going to have to, you know, fight in a way that he's maybe a little uncomfortable fighting and start to put on a lot more pressure.
And that's what he told us yesterday in the fighter meetings. I'll apply a lot of pressure to take his speed away. He has not done that.
But a more reckless pressure than this, I think.
I think he's choosing his spots. Right now he's just trying to figure out what's the best way to get in on Jimenez. And this is what he needs to do. Throw that combination, but, you know, to stop and put your hands down is a mistake. And good boxers usually keep you honest with that.
Gamboa shoots to the body, then dips away. Right hand, then a left, touches Jimenez, then a right hand to the body. Jimenez just threw a telegraph slow hand to the body. Right hand to the body. If he does that again, Gamboa is going to jump on him.
Well, you know, his speed has really slowed down since the first round. So I think the speed is really affecting him because of the fact that he can't catch Gamboa like he wants to. And that's a bit frustrating for him.
Gamboa, we can start to get a sense in terms of his punching style. While he has an excellent knockout record and he is a very good puncher, he's not a heavy-handed kind of hit you anywhere and it's going to hurt you puncher. He's more of a Roy Jones speed equals power kind of puncher.
Probably hit you with that punch you never saw because of that speed.
Barely see the hands ringside, they're so fast.
End of 3, Gamboa comfortably in control.
Now you're working intelligently. You know, and his pace is slowing. His pace is slowing, and ours is building. Ours is building. Come on, and change it up. Don't let him breathe now. Don't let him breathe. Attack his body. Attack his body. Put a right hook into the body. And then up to the face. Come on, look alive. Look alive.
Let's go. Seconds out. Let's go.
We get set for the start of round number 4 for Yuriorkis Gamboa and Darleys Jimenez. Let's check in with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. 3 rounds to nothing, 30-27, Yuriorkis Gamboa. Bob, you know, you've been talking about his hand speed, but I'll tell you what I like about Yuriorkis Gamboa. He moves real well. Beautiful ring generalship. Lands a good shot and steps to the side. He's never in front of this guy. He gets out of there. And that's why he carries his hands low, because he ain't going to get hit because he's moving. See that? Gets a good shot, move to his right. Now he moves to his left. Beautiful ring generalship. 3-0, Gamboa.
Well, except that as you were saying, he ain't going to get hit, Harold. He did take a couple shots because his hands were down.
Yeah, but now Gamboa jumping on Jimenez.
I think against Jimenez, he may get hit, and it ain't going to matter.
Break! Step back, step back. Let's go.
Right hand put Gamboa down. Got him on the ear.
So it does matter.
5, 6, 7.
You know, that's where that left hook came from. His corner was telling him about, and he threw it.
Second time Gamboa has been knocked down in October of last year. Adolfo de Jesus knocked him down in the 4th round.
Still with his hands down, in spite of taking another hard shot after rising on not perfectly steady legs, Gamboa still doesn't have his hands up.
Does the wise thing there and ties up Jimenez.
It's one thing to be raw without a real amateur background, but Gamboa's among the most experienced amateurs ever.
Hands are free, hands are free.
But in a lot of ways, it's such a different game. The white portion of the gloves and the headgear and the constant interference by the referee. Here they make the fight. Left hand to the chin caught the attention of Gamboa. Gamboa shoots a right hand back.
Good thing about Gamboa is very poised, very relaxed. Doesn't seem like these punches are affecting him too tough. And he's still doing the same thing. I would love him to keep his hands a bit higher because you don't want to get caught with no silly shot out there. And when a man's still in front of you and throwing heavy punches, you never know if one of those punches may land, so don't want that to happen. So Gamboa needs to keep his hands a little bit higher.
One thing I did notice about 20 seconds ago, Gamboa threw a left hook that was appreciably slower than punches he's thrown at other parts of this fight. Story in round 4. Gamboa dropped by Jimenez.
Go break. Step back. Time.
Gamboa tiene que ir de frente, tiene que ir de frente el tipo ese. No te puedo tirar más agua. Abre la lengua.
Open your mouth. Stick your tongue out. Stick your tongue out.
And here we see the knockdown. Gamboa, oh yes, being a bit wide with that left hook, and Jimenez throws that straight right hand down the pipe and catches him.
I got him right off to the ear and the temple too, Lennox.
And if you know, he was kind of off balance a little bit because he was trying to go to his left, and that's what happens when you off balance a little bit and get caught with a punch, you go down.
Jimenez landed 12 of 32 power shots, but the most telling, that right hand that dropped Gamboa. And the fourth. See if Jimenez can now use that and build upon it. Gamboa's trying to keep his hands up. It doesn't seem natural to him as he steps in with a combination, shoots a right hand. Jimenez picks some of it off, and then a short left inside.
And that's the thing. If he's always fighting with his hands down, Gamboa, it's not so easy to unlearn that habit.
Well, let me tell you what makes you learn that habit: when you get hit and knocked out. And then you think, man, I should have kept my hands up.
Gamboa shoots a right hand. And then is blocking most of that, looking for a counter shot. Can't get it off, though. Well, not a lot of that landed.
Gamboa is saying, let me put Jimenez against the ropes and see how he reacts to that. I'm going to put a little pressure on him and push him back.
Looks like Gamboa is trying to reassert his physical superiority. But even as he does so, he's making the same mistake with his hands down low and is still susceptible as a result to one of those Jimenez counterpunches.
Let me tell you a vital mistake that he's making. After he throws that 4-punch combination, he puts his hands down. Now, most guys usually wait till you finish you throw that combination, then they usually answer with their combination. So he has to really be careful of that one. And it does seem like he can't keep his hands up.
But is that part of that long, amateur, white portion of the glove? Pop, 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 get away, put your hands down, regroup, pop, 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 get points?
Yes.
With a little computer?
Yes, it is. You know, when you've had 400 amateur fights, these are the things, these are the bad habits that occur in your career that when you turn professional, you need to get rid of.
With that said, according to CompuBox, you see the connects in the round. Gamboa has thrown 44 more punches than Jimenez in the round to this point.
And you see that Gamboa is multi-dimensional. He can attack, he can move side to side, he can slip punches and counter punch. He is a dynamic fighter, even when he's looking less than his best.
But he did stabilize things in round 5. He reasserted his turf.
Me dice que no, el compadre. Sí, ahora sí.
On June 3rd, HBO Sports kicks off a 10-week festival featuring encore presentations of some of our top sports films. Each Tuesday night on HBO and every Thursday night on HBO2, relive some of the most important stories ever told. It all starts June 3rd with a re-airing of Barbaro. On June the 11th, it's the premiere of the golf documentary Back Nine at Cherry Hills, the legends of the 1960 U.S. Open. It's one of the classics when three generations of stars, Ben Hogan, Arnold Palmer, and Jack Nicklaus, battled to an epic finish. That is a must-see. Round 6 begins for Yuriorkis Gamboa and Darleys Jimenez. Jimenez dropped Gamboa in round number 4. Jimenez shoots a right hand and another right hand finds the mark.
It looks like Jimenez is now less impressed with Gamboa's physical advantages and figures, let me stick to more classical boxing technique and come what may.
To Gamboa's credit, he took a pretty good shot and didn't back up. Jimenez felt the second half of this fight would be different, be able to slow Gamboa down. Will that happen?
Said he was going to do that by working the body early in the fight. He tried. I don't think he had a whole lot of success to the body. But right now, Gamboa looks like a guy who's taking some shots in the body. A little looser, a little sloppier.
Not a lot of that getting through from Gamboa, but he remains busy.
See, Gamboa put him right against the ropes because that's where he wanted him, so he can throw some combinations. Now, after he throws the combination, he better keep his hands up because he's always in trouble. And when a guy's against the rope, he's dangerous because he wants to spring off that rope with a powerful punch.
Jimenez tried to hook to the body. That was low. He's being cautioned for that by Russell Mora. Combination back by Gamboa after Jimenez landed a shot to the body. Jimenez blocking a lot of that, but he's not firing back.
Meanwhile, as earlier I said, Jimenez may want to consider some more reckless pressure. And in fact, you can see I was wrong because his steady, consistent, professional pressure has bothered Gamboa in recent rounds. And it's ever increasing, steadily, subtly, more pressure every round.
And he seems to be throwing punches with more disdain behind it, like he really wants to do some damage out there.
Gamboa throws punches, Jimenez blocks it, but he does not counter them.
And when he's blocking those punches, he's really standing in one spot. After Gamboa throws that combination and moves to the side, Jimenez has to readjust.
I got it. Óyeme bien.
Listen to me.
Óyeme bien.
Listen to me well.
Los rounds que tienen que ser
We need to win these rounds. These rounds need to be yours, darling. Listen to me well.
Okay. Aquí no ganamos decisión.
There's no decision here.
Aquí no ganamos decisión.
There's no decision here.
Este tipo te está dando with party shots. Okay. Este tipo te está dando con party shots.
He's hitting you with these body shots. Come on.
Tú te vas a sentar, tú le vas a meter.
Él no sabe qué hacer.
When you attack him, he doesn't know what to do. So don't let him go. Lateral to the lateral. Lateral right, lateral left. Mid-distance, hands up. Defense. Defense and you're punching.
Bien, vamos para el séptimo.
Come on.
Okay.
Al solo. Te sienta, le mete gancho de derecho y por el medio duro. Este tipo está cansado.
This guy's tired. This guy's tired. He's ready to go.
Heard Pastor Rafael Fariat, the trainer for Jimenez, saying he's hitting you with patty shots. Let's check on the scorecard of Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. 58, 55, 5 rounds to 1. Yuriorkis Gamboa. I can't get over this guy's hand speed. I mean, he's about as fast as you can get. Certainly, you got to get Darleys Jimenez an extra point for the knockdown of round 4. But other than that, it's all Yuriorkis Gamboa doing what he's doing right now. Incredible hand speed, incredible work rate. They have the 2 minute shots. 5-1 Gamboa.
Right hand got in from Gamboa, then a left hand to the chin, and then he smothers Jimenez.
Let's go.
Gamboa with a hook to the body. Lennox, you were impressed by Gamboa's demeanor in the corner in between rounds.
Yeah, he's very relaxed. It doesn't even seem like he took a deep breath there. He's in great shape, and I don't think his arms are in good shape, but the reason why he keeps his arms down because he's got good leg movement. He's able to keep himself in and out of dangers just with his legs, so his hands can stay down.
Gamboa did go down, though, in round number 4 from the right hand.
Break! Not back here. No, let's go.
Gamboa backing up, daring Jimenez to come in, try and throw a shot, he's saying. He's just waiting to counterpunch.
Short right hand to the inside for Jimenez.
Jimenez is outgunned, but you can imagine a fighter like Jimenez. In this fight, of course, the outcome is still in the balance. You saw Gamboa hurt earlier, but a fighter like Jimenez, a little more hand speed, a little more punching power. And I'm describing a very good fighter, but there are some out there like Juan Marquez, Jorge Linares. A guy like that would be very, very difficult for Gamboa to beat, I think, at this stage of Gamboa's career.
That is not a knockdown. Jimenez is off balance, and Gamboa pushed him down. I see what you're saying, Max. There's a little bit more seasoning is needed here before that full step up.
Well, you know, this is what he's doing. He's gaining the experience. You need to go through the fights to gain the experience before you take that step up. But while you're gaining the experience, these are the fights that you learn from, and you know, bring back to the gym. You study the tapes. You see what you can improve upon.
And Gamboa using that movement. Again, he wrestles Jimenez down.
That shows how strong Gamboa is.
Welts under each eye for Darleys Jimenez as he goes back to his corner after round 7.
No knockdown. No knockdown, no points.
Open your mouth, open your mouth.
Atiéndame. Está muy bien el trabajo ahora. Ahora no debes ir seguir yendo más atrás. Es en la media, ahí mismo con los pasos laterales izquierdos y a la derecha.
Is Gamboa throwing a multitude of punches from all different angles. Good combinations. Perpetual motion. Doesn't land a whole heap of shots, but he does throw a lot.
After going down in round number 4, Gamboa has really stabilized things against Darleys Jimenez, using that athleticism and foot speed as we begin round number 8. Left hand from Gamboa, backs away. Bob Pablo, Lennox Lewis, Max Kellerman. Harold Letterman ringside here in Prim, Nevada. Yuriorkis Gamboa, the Cuban Olympic gold medalist from the 2004 games against Darleys Jimenez. Jimenez, 28 years of age, fighting out of New York City. Talented amateur in his own right. Dropped Gamboa in the 4th round. Other than that, Gamboa's been able to control it with his speed, quickness, and elusiveness.
And there's a lot to like with Gamboa. That's obvious. The athleticism, especially, that hand and foot speed, the punching power, the ability to punch in combinations. Then he has the fantastic amateur background. But the cyclone of Guantanamo has been reduced to a tropical storm here, I think.
Well, you can see the conditioning that Gamboa has, Lennox. He's never been past 6 rounds until tonight. And as you had noted in between rounds, barely breathing as he puts numerous punches together again. Puts another 3-punch combination and then dips away. Shoots an uppercut on the inside.
Showing great reflexes right there.
Heads came together on the inside there.
Watch your heads.
Alex, what can Jimenez do here to try to make something happen for himself right now?
He's just got to, you know, keep the pressure on, steady pressure, and throw some real hard punches in there and combinations. I mean, try and catch him. And I think one thing that will really help him is that jab to the middle section.
Like that right hand there?
Good right hand. Just keep on throwing.
Gamboa kind of shaked his head in disdain like no problem, and then he throws about 6 punches.
Jimenez needs to fight with more urgency. There's only 2 more rounds left, so he needs to go out there and, you know, try and connect with that left hook that his trainer's been telling him to do. You know, but start everything off with a jab. You know, if his head's not there, hit him to the body, hit him to the chest, hit him where his body's still.
Jimenez missed with that right hand, and then Gamboa ties him up. End of 8, scheduled for 10.
Don't just throw the hook by itself. Come on, Yuri, what are we doing? Work it, work it. Those little punches, no. Settle in, stand your ground, throw the punches, and throw through. Come on, you're set, you're ready.
Vuelve de nuevo. Respira hondo. 2 rounds. 2 rounds. Tú tienes que noquearte a ti.
Come on, you gotta knock this guy. You gotta knock this guy. Use a punch.
And here we're going to see an uppercut from Gamboa. Straight up.
Go, coach. Go, coach. Check it out.
Right on the chin. Good shot.
Even as Jimenez was trying to be defensive, he ate the uppercut.
The only problem about defensive aspect about it, his hands were far apart. He allowed room for that uppercut to come through his glove.
Start round number 9. Jimenez missing with that combination to start the round. Well, the corner is pretty clear in Jimenez's camp. You got to go for broke here. You need a knockout. Puts a combination together, snaps back the head of Gamboa. Gamboa comes right back at Jimenez.
Step back. All right, watch your head.
See Gamboa doing a good job there of smothering Jimenez's shots. He has some subtle defensive skill, Gamboa. Keeps his hands down.
And unbelievable reflexes, too.
There's a counter left hand and a right hand from Gamboa. Jimenez reached, Gamboa got in the pocket, fired off a combination. Touches him with the left hand.
Jimenez is really trying to find Gamboa right now. You know, he's even, you know, stepping his step up, trying to catch him, trying to push him up against the ropes. He realizes he's only got a 1 round left, so he needs to do some damage right now.
Gamboa's belief in himself is unmistakable. Even after tasting the canvas in this fight, He was hit with a couple shots just then in some exchanges by Jimenez. And Gamboa's reaction is not to run and hold, it's to fight right back, as though he refuses to believe that in an exchange, he's not the better man. It says a lot.
Yeah, that lone right hand by Jimenez that lands, and Gamboa's back with 4 of his own. And he gets Jimenez to reach because he uses that lateral movement.
Step back, step back.
Good left hand by Gamboa. Pushes Jimenez back against the ropes.
Let him go, let him go.
Short right inside by Gamboa as we end round number 9.
Bring your legs up. Bring your legs up on me.
Pass round.
Open your mouth. Put your head down.
Esto es un trabajo ahora. Concéntrate nada más.
Come on. Focus on what you're doing. Focus. Be intelligent. Be intelligent.
Tira con él. Este es el último round.
This is the last round. Last round. Don't let him work.
No me tira el gancho solo. Si tira
Don't throw the
derecha,
hook by
derecha.
itself. Throw the right in also. Throw the right in the hook.
Este no tiene para golpearte a ti.
Vamos ya. Vamos ya, compadre.
That's it. Let's go.
Let's go. Seconds out. Seconds out.
Yuriorkis Gamboa and Darleys Jimenez begin the 10th and final round. Gamboa dropped in round number 4. Other than that, he's been pretty dominant. Gamboa comes out on the attack. Jimenez can't stem the tide. Gamboa just putting his punches together. Jimenez can't find the counter shot as they get tied up in the corner.
Senor, no, let's go.
That looks to me like 30 seconds of non-stop punching right there by Gamboa.
Let's go, break! Step back. Okay. Let's go, let's go.
Another combination from Gamboa, walking Jimenez down. Taps him to the body.
And Jimenez is supposed to be the one throwing the punches and trying to win this fight and trying to knock out Gamboa. But he's elected to turn offense, and Gamboa is taking this fight away from him, especially this last round.
Almost like Jimenez said, okay, I'm going to counter off this, and he just can't.
You know, Gamboa's threw so much punches. He worked for about a minute and a half there throwing non-stop punches.
According to CompuBox, he's thrown over 350 more punches to this point in the fight than Jimenez. Spread out over 9.5 rounds.
Let's go.
His hand speed, Gamboa's hand speed and punching power have discouraged Jimenez from countering as much as Jimenez probably should have, because like right there, you see he has success when he lets his hands go. Gamboa's there to be hit when Gamboa's on the attack, which is most of the time. He's usually attacking.
Gamboa's doing a smart thing right now. He's smothering Jimenez against the ropes, not allowing him to come back with any punches. Anytime Gamboa's finished his combination, watch him, he's just either steps to the side or steps in and smothers Jimenez.
Another combination, then Gamboa moves away. Jimenez just can't uncork a punch.
Gamboa has to watch out for that left hook, because Jimenez's left hook is still dangerous, and he's looking to throw it.
Final seconds of the fight. Gamboa with a left hand. Jimenez just doesn't have enough to deal with the speed and athleticism of Yuriorkis Gamboa. They punch to an embrace. Jimenez couldn't handle the speed of Gamboa. And the work rate of Gamboa.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
So this fight will go to the scorecards. Gamboa and Jimenez go the 10 rounds, and here are the judges. Raul Calles Sr., 38 title fights. Calzaghe's decision over Kessler. He had it easily for Calzaghe. Patricia Jarman, 67 title fights. Taylor's decision over Hopkins in the second fight. She had it for Taylor, 115-113. And Dalby Shirley, 97 title fights. These are experienced judges. Had Uma's decision over Rubio. Had Rubio, 114-113. These are three judges with a lot of experience. Take a look at Harold Letterman's unofficial scorecard in this fight. And a fight in which Gamboa controlled the entire action, 98-91. I don't think you can really argue that. 10-8 round for Jimenez in round 4. That was the round that Jimenez did drop Gamboa with that right hand to the ear. Other than that, it was pure Gamboa in this fight. Got to look at Gamboa in his 10th pro fight. Well, let's see how the judges had it scored. We send it up to our ring announcer, Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Raul Calles and Patricia Morris-Jarman, 97-92. Dalby Shirley, 99-91. All to the winner by unanimous decision. Still undefeated, El Ciclón de Guantánamo,